Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the SEO and You series brought to you by ProLemon and brought to you by me, Z. And today's video is going to be a bit more somber. It's going to be a bit more serious because this doesn't deal with directly SEO. It deals with the world of the internet and its ever-evolving nature, what it takes to stay at the forefront and stay reliable and viable in this industry. For those of you that's taking your first steps into the SEO world or the online world in general, you would have noticed that things are a little bit tough for people looking for jobs in SEO. And in today's video, I'm going to discuss how it is that we, as people that work with these technologies, stay relevant. Okay? You will notice in front of you there is ChatGPT. ChatGPT has taken the world by storm. I think it is the fastest growing platform in the world at current, or it was at a certain point. It absolutely blew past all expectations, and it is at the forefront of the AI revolution. Before it, it was DALL-E, then it was DALL-E 2, and then it was ChatGPT. ChatGPT 2, 2.5, 3.5, now it's 4 if you have the paid version. We have Stable Diffusion, which is running beautifully here in the background. All of these technologies that make incredible work possible, but that we have to know how to handle. Because just like with the Luddites, with the invention of the loom, we have to ensure that we as people don't become obsolete. And how is it that we do that? Well, it's simple by understanding that the technologies that we use, like ChatGPT, like Word and Doc and Microsoft, all of these things are tools in our arsenal, right? Tools that make us better at our jobs. And I'm going to show you how you do that. Okay. So first and foremost, ChatGPT. You would have heard a lot of things about ChatGPT over the last few months. ChatGPT is doing this. ChatGPT is doing that. It's been banned in schools. It's got an entire university class banned from getting their diplomas. It is some really wild stuff happening with ChatGPT at the moment. But ChatGPT, like anything else, is a tool. Google, if I haven't spoken about this before, I'm speaking about it now. Google has ensured that AI content is not strictly what they want. They have been very clear in saying that purely AI content is not what Google wants on the internet. And if you're somebody that's using purely AI content on your websites, in your development, all of that, it will affect your website in a negative way. But that doesn't mean you can't use AI. In some form, the word and term AI has been twisted. Okay, these tools like ChatGPT, like Stable Diffusion, are what we call narrow AI. They are specialistic in that one simple field. And they can never at this point compete with the flexibility and nuance that a human can bring to the conversation. Okay, ChatGPT is an incredibly powerful tool, but it is not a one-stop shop. Everybody that says, "Oh, make hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars with ChatGPT, with this, with that on the internet," don't listen to them. Learn how to use these tools effectively in your daily life to make that kind of money. But don't think that these tools alone take away all the merit. Okay? You as an individual have to stay at the forefront of these changes in order to effectively continue to grow on the internet and grow as a person, grow as a businessman, grow as a craftsman in many ways. Okay? So we live in a time of the internet where things are constantly evolving, especially with the advent of AI. So what we have to do is we constantly have to research. Part of being an SEO specialist is knowing what it is you're doing, constantly looking at new information, new techniques, new processes, new formats, using these tools like ChatGPT to stay ahead of the curve. Okay, so if you're starting out in this field, make sure that you effectively know how to use these tools. Okay, for example, if you're looking at a service page for a client and you have no idea where to start, one of the first things you can do: search up the client's niche, look at a bunch of websites, scroll through them, get some ideas there. Take those ideas, write them down in a document, then toss them into ChatGPT and tell me, and then summarize that document. Okay? Use that to help build yourself a format based on that with a little bit of input from ChatGPT and a little bit of your own ingenuity and design. Okay? Use stuff like Stable Diffusion to create beautiful template artworks that you can just toss up there that looks somewhat like it's in the field or series that you want to go into. That's the important part of these tools. They give us the freedom by taking away stuff that would have taken us hours before and reducing it to less than an hour. Okay? It's a speed up tool. It's a tool that can be used very effectively but that can damage us if we abuse it. Okay? Now, I know for a fact that I use ChatGPT every single day now. It is something that I can't work without. I couldn't do my job effectively without it. I use tools like Excel and spreadsheets and Word and Notebook, Microsoft Whiteboard. All of these things I use every single day. Stable Diffusion I use when I'm writing a novel, when I want to idealize something, put something out there, but I don't have the time or the inclination to go there and actually draw this out or model this out in Blender. So these tools allow us to effectively just jam pack as much as possible into a short period of time. Okay? Now, this is going to be a shorter video. It's not as long form, it's not as difficult, it's not as profound, but it's important for you to know that you need to, A, make sure that you're always reading up on the newest progresses in technology, just not just software but hardware as well. Where is Nvidia, for example, going with the RTX series? Where is AMD coming on to try and catch up with the Tensor cores built into the with the AI cores built into the Nvidia processors? How is the new flagship CPU from AMD going to affect and combat Intel? Which CPUs are going to allow me to effectively do my job at a relatively decent speed? All of these things, when you put them together, start forming a puzzle that allows you to more effectively do your job. Remember, you might be starting out in SEO now and web dev now, but this has been a gateway to many people like myself to go into different things like programming, like artificial intelligence development, statistics. All of these things, the building blocks that you develop here will help carry you through that entire process. Because learning to program and learning web dev and SEO and all these rules and all these regulations, they're like learning a new language. And once you've learned one language in a family of languages, the other languages become easier to learn as time goes on. Okay, hope this was insightful. Hope this was helpful. I will see you all tomorrow.